Mini episode 1476 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge Mini episode 1476, our Better Call Saul episode 6.5 preview. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our top 5 notes of interest about the 5th episode of the final season. Number 5. While it was Nacho who was killed in the season's 3rd episode, it's actually the secretly alive Lalo who was the ghost hovering over the 4th episode. Gus is convinced that his nemesis is still walking around while Mike is less certain, but both know the danger that's out there if Lalo can come back. And now, thanks to Kim discovering her tale, Mike had to confide the suspicion to her, which is the only time she's truly been troubled since her confrontation with the salty Salamanca at the end of last season. Number 4. Gus is taking this hiding in plain sight stuff to new heights. Even his suburban home isn't what it seems. With secret passages and doors and connections from one residence to another, it's getting easier and easier to figure out how that guy figured out how to put a gigantic meth super lab underneath a dry cleaner. Number 3. The ruse with Cliff pays extra benefits. Fooling Cliff Maine with the further skeevy adventures of Not Howard was the plan, but Kim's cover story of meeting with him to build and fund greatly expanded public defender infrastructure actually proved convincing. This is a bonanza for Kim's dreams of using the dirty deeds to become a large-scale do-gooder, but obviously it will fall apart when and if Cliff realizes that he was just a pawn to get to the Sandpiper settlement. Number 2. Speaking of faux Howard, this was one of the best scams yet, on par with Squat Cobbler, the film crew, and the ruse to get the fake cocaine in Howard's country club locker. Whether in the story with Saul and Kim's wonderfully demented minds, or in the writer's room of the show, the notion of Saul being able to impersonate Howard is one so crazy it's a wonder it was ever conceived, but it paid off in a big way with some tremendous fun. Number 1. 2 more huge milestones on the road to Breaking Bad. Saul's newfound notoriety at the courthouse as a cartel lawyer was something he could have tried to live down, but he's too far gone for that to happen. Now he's picking up sketchy clients even without having to peddle burner phones, and he has the strip mall office that we came to know so fondly in its completed form on Breaking Bad. With only 3 episodes left in the half season, clearly we're not on pace for that huge time jump that we know is coming. Some form of resolution with Lalo and the Sandpiper settlement figure to close out this chapter of Saul's life as we continue to move through what has been a predictably epic final season. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDH Lounge.